And welcome back once again to Mountain Fun Life Kitchen and Mountain Fun Life Cooking, where we are going to be fixing up a pan of Smoky Mountain fried apples. So you just stick around, and we're going to be, what we would like you to do right now, though, is to text, tweet,
click, share,
and share. By the way, I am Robert. I'll be your host, along with the mountain man here, Wayne McCarter. We are getting all ready to go. We've had heavy rain coming down, probably coming in off the storm that hit the Gulf. Some of it just kind of veered off and working its way through East Tennessee. And see, here's the benefit of watching Mountain Fun Life Cooking Show. Not only do you get some interesting recipes, you get the weather forecasting. What's going on with the weather. So we got heavy rain here in the Smoky Mountains of Tennessee, East Tennessee. So get ready to roll. And we would like to tell you now about some great deals.
Join the Smokies at America's friendliest ballpark this summer for huge post-game fireworks shows every Friday and Saturday night home game. It's part of our summer fireworks series. Book your 9-inning vacation at SmokiesBaseball.com.
And one of the great things we can offer you on Mountain Fun Life is discounts on tickets to some of the fantastic attractions that are all throughout the Smoky Mountains and East Tennessee. Well, all you have to do is give a call to Mountain Fun Life's Best Deals at 865-978-1152, 865-978-1152, and save money when you and your family are visiting the Smokies.
Join the Smokies at America's friendliest ballpark this summer for huge post-game fireworks shows every Friday and Saturday night home game. It's part of our summer fireworks series. Book your 9-inning vacation at SmokiesBaseball.com.
Hey, it is Mountain Fun Life Cooking time. From right here in Mountain Fun Life Kitchen, as you can see, we've already got the stove going here. And I may need to take the heat down just a little bit. We're going to have some Smoky Mountain fried apples. And so these are from an old apple tree that in the backyard at home that my dad put out. When I was just a kid, I believe these are wine saps. We have a sample right over here. Then I'm going ahead and go ahead and get these on and get them cooking. And these turn just a little bit from the oxygen in the air, so that's part of it. So we're going to get this rolling here so they don't get any darker on us. And get these going. And cooking the pan-fried apples, you want to get as many apples as you can in the pan because they will kind of shrink down on you once they get to cooking really good. So we got that going. And we may need to go down just a little bit more with the heat. You keep an eye on everything now. Make sure that I do this right.
I'm watching you.
And what we do here, as you can see, this is one of the apples that I plucked off the tree. And it could have grown a little bit more, but it was so pretty, I thought, well, it was within hand's reach too. This is a very tall tree. So I thought, well, I want to get one of these because it looks so neat. And what I did on these, I just took a knife, peeled that right out to prepare for this cooking show today. And did you always take the challenge of seeing if you can peel the apple without breaking the
I have.
peeling on it? see
I
if we
think
can-
that's just a mountain thing, isn't it?
It's a mountain thing. I don't know if there's anything to it or not, but let's see how far we can get with this without breaking the peel. Done messed up.
Ooh, close enough.
Bet you couldn't have done any better.
No, that's close.
That's close. And then next, you want to, of course, you rinse them off, but since we're already into the show here, you want to just kind of quarter it up like so. Kind of slice it or quarter it. You don't want to get them too thin. And just kind of like that. And we want to keep the core out of it, but that's the way I did these. And get them ready for the pan and ready to go. And we are rolling here with the Mountain Fun Life Cooking Show. With pan-fried wine sap, if I remember correctly, apples. And you want these
Let me
to,
hold that handle, bro.
you want these, about time you did something.
You
You've been
got-
standing here
Hey, I
since the
like
show
what you work.
started.
It don't bother me at all.
Don't bother you at all, huh?
Nope.
And I think our heat is just about right. We don't want to get it, we don't want to scorch them. And we'll let those cook a little bit there. And of course now, we've got, I'll just put these over here with the others. Pan is a little bit full. But we've got the pan-fried apples going here. And of course, I've got a little steam vent on here too. That kind of helps. It gives a little bit of release from the pressure in there, so they don't. And we'll clean up a mess here as we go. But anyway, now these are good. Now what I'm going to be doing once these have cooked down just a little bit, we'll be adding our sugar. Now, it's up to you, for those of you who may like a little bit different color, a little bit different taste. I have the granulated white sugar that I'll be adding, but if you like brown sugar, now I have made these with brown sugar, which gives them a little bit.
I like the brown sugar.
You like the brown sugar? Actually, I do too, but truth be known, I don't think we had any. If we did, I didn't know where it was at home, and I didn't want to run out to the store because it was raining.
You got friends you could have called.
I got. Did you have brown sugar?
I got brown sugar. Ain't
Well,
supposed to have it, but guess what?
you got it. I
Mhm.
got you. Now,
I like to keep stuff to cook with, Brother Robert.
yeah.
It just,
Whoa.
It's just me. And the
Yeah,
wife
we got it
cooks
just a
lot,
little
too.
full. Got the pan just a little full, but it's cooking up really good. All these are smelling good already.
They are
And
there.
they're beginning to kind of brown. You don't want them to burn, but it's good. They get a little bit of a brown texture there,
That's an
or
old.
brown color.
It's an old recipe and an old thing that we done for breakfast as children.
Right.
I
And
mean,
we
but
had
we
not
done it
only-
a lot in season.
Exactly. Had to be in season. Of course, now my mother, she had the know-how to can. She would can apples, and of course, once we got on up into a little bit more of the technological age where we had a freezer, you can always stuff them in the
That
freezer
and they
bag
would
and
lay
put
them
in
out and
the
let them
freezer.
sun dry.
Sun dry them. Now they're good. They're good sun dried, which is what my grandmother, my mother, they used to make the apple stack cake. They'd get those apple
Ooh,
slices
yeah.
that had been dried, and they'd kind of boil those in water and make kind of a
Apple butter.
kind of a butter, but they'd leave some of the chunks in there. They'd
Mhm.
spread that over
That-
that apple cake. and
that's
put
the
that
way to
stack,
do it.
About 6 stacks of that big round apple cake. Now, a few of the places around town, I think they still, some of the delicatessens in some of the
They
shopping-
might have it.
I think some of them occasionally they will have that, but not very many.
But when the
have
old
that
people
anymore.
make them, they were good.
They were really good. So that's, and now though they knew how to cook. Now, we learned what we could, but now they ain't no way we're gonna cook up something the way they could,
No.
because they were just really good. Okay, now these are beginning to soften down, and once they get a little, you don't want to put your sugar and the spices in too quick. It kind of cook away on you, so you want to give it just a little time to simmer. And I already fixed some ahead at home to kind of do a little practice run for the show today, because you know, this is Mountain Fun Life cooking, and it's going to be done as close as we can get to Mountain Fun Life. That's what we're about here. And those tickets, don't forget those tickets, folks. We got them, and we can help you plan your vacation. Get in touch with Mountain Fun Life, and we can take you through some very interesting, if you want a little help in knowing what's going on, when it's going on, where it's at, how to get to it, and information about the tickets, Mountain Fun Life. And don't forget, Morning in the Mountains, Mountain Fun Life, Morning in the Mountains newscast. Get the weather, the news, sports, events, special events that are going on. To keep track of everything that's making tracks in the Smokies, you be sure and follow Mountain Fun Life, because we're tracking it all down for you. So now we think that they will appreciate someone doing all that tracking for them and helping them out. And hey, we've got some help for you, so you just give us a call. Mountain Fun Life, and be sure and catch weekdays 9 until 10 p.m. The Mountain Morning, or the Morning in the Mountains. I was going to another one of our shows. We have a lot of mountains around here, and that mountain word shows up. Morning in the Mountains, and we will keep you informed on all the things that we possibly can that you need to know from right here in the Smoky Mountains. So if you're planning your vacation, we will be pleased to give you a helping hand and track down some things and provide tickets and all that good stuff. Mountain Fun Life, we are the spot, the channel to follow. Or, hey, we're the only channel here for the Smoky Mountains area, so don't forget that. And we are here for you. And I want to get, while this is cooking a little bit, I want to give a shout out. We've got our cameraman, our tech guys here. They just, they really do a good job. Now, they have a lot on them. They have to keep track of all these little wires and make sure the camera's focused. And Quinn, he's back there running all the machinery, I guess we could call it, all the buttons and knobs and sliders and all that, and
Got a lot going on behind the scenes, don't we?
got a lot going on behind the scenes to make all this work for you, and these guys do a great job. So we appreciate them too for what they do.
They put up with me quite a bit.
They put up with all of us quite a bit. That's a full-time job
It
within
is.
itself. Now,
It is.
Now that is really, we're moving right along here. That's,
They smell good, don't they?
whoa, yes, that aroma. Cooked, fried, cooked apples, regardless, however you want to fix them. They have that. It's like when I was a kid and I'd walk into my mother's kitchen and she would be cooking supper or canning or preparing breakfast or whatever, and she would be cooking or frying apples, and and you walk in and you get that. That is an aroma that it never leaves you. You can never forget it.
You remember that
So,
heat in that kitchen too.
I remember the heat
and what our
in the
mothers
kitchen.
put up with.
We didn't have air conditioning back in the day.
No,
When I was just a kid, we didn't have all the technological advances, and at one time, we didn't. We had a wood-fired cook stove too that we discussed on here before. So you got all that. You got the modern technology that is nice.
That's why we sit on the
rain
front
here.
porch a lot, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Because
Yeah,
of that
exactly.
heat.
the heat, and it was during July and August, especially the first part of September.
You don't forget them days.
You do not forget them days at all. So if you have never cooked up a batch of pan-fried apples and you would like to try this, it's just a little simple recipe. I mean, what we do here on our part of the Mountain Fun Life Cooking Show, it's just simple things that we grew up with, not hard to fix at all. And it just requires a little time, a little extra work in doing your prep, getting the apples, gathering the apples. Of course, you can go to Kroger's or somewhere, the grocery store, and you can pick up the apples if you don't have an apple tree, as I do at home, to go out and gather them. And of course, I have to gather them when they're ready to gather. If I don't, that's the reason you got to get over and get some for yourself and help me out a little bit. The ground's getting covered up.
I need to put some in the freezer, don't I?
And personally, yes. And personally, I don't want to have to peel and fix all those and prepare them. So I'm expecting you to kind of pitch in and do a little bit of that work too.
I've got
That'd be
quite a
good this
bit of
winter.
help there.
You got your grandson and some help there.
Oh yeah, he loves to do it.
Yeah, and he
he
loves-
don't mind that. He loves what we're doing right here.
He loves getting under that apple
That
tree.
boy will be a cook when he gets older.
But anyway, this is, and it's an experience. The kids, grandkids, children, they need to learn. They need to learn how we lived and how to appreciate it without having everything just handed to them. And, not having to work for it or not having to experience life as life really is when you have to struggle to get it or
Exactly.
put a lot more effort into it.
Exactly. I mean,
A
just
kid,
the mountain way and the way we were raised.
I remember the commercial I saw on TV of the kid, kind of a little chubby kid, on the couch, and he had the dog over on the walking on the treadmill. Had the dog over on the treadmill, and he was sipping on a cola, of some kind. And he gets on the phone, on his cell phone, and calls his grandma, who is just in the next room, and says, "Grandma, could you get me another soda? Give me a break. Could you get me another soda?" So,
Could you come in here and push that button? Some kids they're too lazy to push the remote button or find it.
and that's sad. It's sad.
It is.
And
It is.
life is something that needs to be lived, and sometimes it's not always fun and games. You have to, there are struggles, hardships that have to be faced, worked through, and that's a part of learning how to live it and survive it. And if you're going to survive life, you have to know how to survive it. A lot of people today, if we had a satellite or several satellites to get hit by, say,
Another
solar
Great
storm,
Depression come.
and another Great Depression, economic collapse, something like that.
You can't go to the store and buy it.
Yeah, no.
You're not gonna get it. You better learn how to do what we're doing here this morning.
Know how to survive. That is very important.
Now, if you got an apple tree, you got bears and deer and a lot of different animals want to eat them.
Oh, we got a pet deer that comes in,
Oh,
and we let him kind of raid the apple tree. I'm about to get these a little.
Brian.
They're okay. They're just kind of.
Yeah, they're cooking.
We can turn the heat down just a little bit on it
They're
right
getting
now
there.
because they're getting soft.
Oh yeah, they're
Now,
getting there.
that is really looking good too. That's
But
sometimes
the animals got to eat too.
the animals have to eat too. So we nicknamed. Our deer. You've seen our deer,
Yeah,
Buck.
I
that
have. I
comes
got
in.
pictures.
And I've got lots of pictures. And so we let him just kind of have his way, and we can take pictures of him. He just looks up at us and goes right on eating apples, and he knows that he's welcome.
He
so he
knows
comes
we'll
in.
protect him, don't he?
He knows we look after him. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a half cup of sugar, 1/2 cup of sugar.
Lord, he brought a measuring cup.
Yes.
Have mercy, have you lost it?
Nope, not totally. You know what?
You
I
know
added,
though,
I added a 1/2 cup at home.
if you know your measurements, you should use your measurements.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go with a full, almost
I like
almost
mine a
half
little bit
cup.
tart instead of
And-
just pure sugar, don't
Right.
you?
So
A
we'll
little tart
kinda,
is good.
a little tart. Yeah, I don't like them really sugary sweet, and it's not good to have them too sweet anyway.
No.
Oh yeah, we want them a little brown. We want them just a little bit brown, but not
That's why
too
if you
brown.
use brown sugar, you can't tell.
brown
on your
sugar.
apple.
You cannot tell. That's a fact. Now then, what we're going to do is we're going to add. Now, here's another option. Sometimes I only use the cinnamon. Mountain Man likes to use the allspice, so we kind of, in order to keep from getting in a big argument and a fight right here on Mountain Fun Life with him, I kind of came to the conclusion that I would kind of split the difference here. That I would use a teaspoonful of cinnamon and a teaspoonful of allspice. Now, you can do this however you wish. And we're just about to get done here too. And
If
this
you
is working
like
out just
cinnamon.
good. If you like cinnamon, now you can put it to suit your own taste.
Mhm.
If you want a little extra
Now the
cinnamon,
allspice you want to be a little careful with.
you do want, because it's heavy clove, got a heavy clove,
Mhm.
spicy flavor to it. So what we're going to do, we're going to add about a level teaspoon of cinnamon here.
Oh, that's looking good already.
That is really looking good, smelling very good too. Now, to please Mountain Man, now you don't have to do this. You don't have to agree with him, but I have to agree with him because I got to work with him here. So we got to be in a little bit of agreement on this so that he's not throwing stuff at me while we're cooking.
Oh, I'll wait till we're done. Then
You wait
Mhm.
till we're done.
I correct him a lot when we're done. Yeah.
Now I'm going to use not hardly. We'll go with about a half.
Yep.
Because, like you say, you
'Cause
don't want it.
That right there.
You don't want the cloves to be overpowering.
No,
Now, if you like a
it-
heavy clove, you'll want to go with a full teaspoon.
Mhm. You can
All
use
right,
a
so
little
we'll-
nutmeg if you like.
Yes. I'll stir that off the spoon.
That-
Oh, these are just really,
They're
really,
cooking up great, ain't they?
They are
They look
almost
good.
done, and that's
Mhm.
really good because our show is almost done. We're getting down into close to the final moments here. I knew it was going to take about all the show to cook this up. Now,
You'll find these on a lot of buffets
you find
around,
them,
around
but
town.
not like this.
No,
Not like
No,
you
they-
won't find them
they're probably got them in a can.
out of a can. Now
But
these
they're
are.
cooked apples, and
I
they are on
will-
the bar.
I will repeat. These are fresh. Hey, I just picked these this morning. These are fresh. I had to pick them in between showers. These are fresh, right off of probably the oldest apple tree that my dad had
These
on our
are
little
mountain grown
farm.
right there on Bluff Mountain.
They are
aren't
mountain grown. Bluff Mountain, of course, is just a mountain range. It just kind of interconnects a valley or two in between with the Great Smoky Mountains. It's a foothills mountain range when you're coming into Pigeon Forge. If you look over to the right-hand side, that peak, a couple of peaks, one a little lower than the other, towering up into the air. We live both of us live right at the foot of that mountain.
You know, when we were children, they had to watch us 'cause we'd just want the apples for breakfast instead of the rest of it.
I'm going to go ahead. Right.
You know?
you got it, because that was a
It's
delicacy.
just a kid thing.
Well, you know, there are not too many people that I know of that does not like the apple. Something they, or just a plain old, eating a plain old raw apple. I like that too. So, okay, now some people may want these cooked
Completely.
mushy,
all-
completely almost into a applesauce.
You want them a
I
little
like the
bit.
chunks.
Yes.
Uh,
El dente, you
but
might say.
you probably won't want them still crunchy. So these are just getting nice and tender, and they're browning up with the spices and everything added to just the color that you want. a very, very inviting aroma flowing through the cameraman's over.
Whole
Just
studio
look at
smells
his-
good now, don't it?
Yes, Hunter, our cameraman, he's look at that, he's got hungry look
Oh,
in his
yeah.
eyes. And
They don't care to try what we cook, do they?
Quinn is right around the corner there out of view, so I can't spy on him. He's running the
Oh,
works
he
back there. so
knows
he's-
his way over
he-
here.
Oh, he'll be here. I'll guarantee you Quinn will
Mhm.
be here. And, you know, that's the fun of doing Mountain Fun Life
It
Cooking
is.
Show.
Everybody here, they'll try what we fix most of the time.
They're brave.
Mm-hmm.
They are brave. And so we do appreciate you tuning in to Mountain Fun Life Cooking. Don't forget about the tickets. And you can get information on those at Mountain Fun Life, so be sure and do that if you're planning your vacation. Mountain Fun Life can help you do that and help you find out about the tickets to places that you may know, that you may want to visit, or that you may not know that you may want to visit once you find out about.
Share our
And
information
we're the
to your
place.
friends.
Yep,
Tell
share the
your friends.
information. Be sure and share the, click and share the videos, and be sure and tune in every week morning at 9 o'clock for Morning in the Mountains, for the Mountain Fun Life Morning in the Mountains newscast to keep updated on everything that you need to know about that's going on right here in the Great Smoky Mountains. Thank you very much for joining us for this cooking show. We will conclude now with our all-time famous sign-off. Say bye, Mountain Man.
Bye, Mountain Man.
Join the Smokies at America's friendliest ballpark this summer for huge post-game fireworks shows every Friday and Saturday night home game. It's part of our summer fireworks series. Book your 9-inning vacation at SmokiesBaseball.com.
And one of the great things we can offer you on Mountain Fun Life is discounts on tickets to some of the fantastic attractions that are all throughout the Smoky Mountains and East Tennessee. Well, all you have to do is give a call to Mountain Fun Life's best deals at 865-978-1152, 865-978-1152, and save money when you and your family are visiting the Smokies.
Join the Smokies at America's friendliest ballpark this summer for huge post-game fireworks shows every Friday and Saturday night home game. It's part of our summer fireworks series. Book your 9-inning vacation at SmokiesBaseball.com.